Hi everyone, today we will look at the Regal, later to become the Odeon, Colchester in Essex. But let's have some fun first of all and take a quick look at Colchester's other really early cinemas. The Electric Theatre opened in 1910 in the former Liberal Club Lecture Hall in Hedgate, but no records remain of what films showed or any other details apart from the fact that the cinema was open from 2:30 p.m. until 11 p.m. and the audience could take their own refreshments into the custom-built tea room. Well, within 1 year, Colchester had its second and first purpose-built cinema in the shape of the Vaudeville Electric on the St Botolph's Junction, that is, before it became St Botolph's Roundabout. It boasted a 24-foot wide proscenium. Audiences at these cinemas would have witnessed not only the debuts of Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton and Mary Pickford, but also footage direct from the horrors of the trenches of the First World War. In 1920, Colchester's Grand Palace of Varieties installed the equipment necessary to convert it to our third cinema, the Hippodrome, in the High Street. 1929 saw the Vaudeville under new ownership and renamed the Empire, and the Playhouse in St John Street opened, primarily as a theatre, but within a year as Colchester's fourth cinema. And in the same year that Playhouse became a cinema, the Corn Exchange also became a cinema, and a year after that, in 1931, the count was up to 6, as the Regal in Crouch Street opened its doors for the first time. The Regal originally boasted an atmospheric-style interior and seating 1,446. It was built for the local David Ager circuit. The designs by architect Cecil Macy also featured a large first-floor cafe, and it was equipped with a Wurlitzer 2-manual 5-ranks organ and full stage facilities. Sadly, no info on projection equipment has been found. The Regal was taken over by the County Cinemas chain in March 1935 and then in 1938 by Oscar Deutsch, and he made it part of his Odeon chain, although it continued to carry the Regal name for several more years. The Regal Cinema was closed in 1944 when it was damaged by fire, and it remained closed for 3 months while repairs were carried out. The Regal was renamed Odeon in September 1961. Now it's said that the name apparently derived from the ancient Greek for enclosed theatre, and not, as Odeon publicists would have it, Oscar Deutsch entertains our nation. But I feel the jury will be out on that one for a while. During this time period, the Odeon was to be the most visited building in Colchester. It too supplemented its silver screen income with live shows in the 50s and 60s, Cliff Richard, the Kinks and the Rolling Stones among them. Sadly, in 1963, the mighty Wurlitzer organ that greeted patrons and played for their entertainment before shows and during intermissions was removed, and it's now resident at the Singing Hills Golf Club in Sussex, not far from Brighton, where concerts on it are still played every Sunday. So the mighty Wurlitzer lives on. Odeon tripled the venue in 1974 with Screen 1, the original Circle, and Screens 2 and 3 in the original Stalls area. In 1987 another screen was added, and in 1991 a further 2, making a grand total of 6 very busy screens. There were 5 projection rooms and a few secret staircases, often with only one projectionist, with only a few minutes between start times and only 3-minute turnarounds. That meant the projectionist had to be very fit. The old dressing rooms were used as a base for Hospital Radio Colchester from 1975 to 1990. The cinema closed on Sunday, October the 13th, 2002, when Odeon relocated to a new purpose-built 8-screen multiplex nearby in Hedge Street. The old building is currently still derelict. Regrettably, most of the original Regal auditorium decoration has been lost in drastic subdivisions over the years carried out by Odeon. while vestiges remain in the former extensive cafe on the first floor. But as you will see from some of the photos depicted here, it's all beginning to look just a little bit shabby. On the 30th of October 2017, plans were approved to convert the front of the building into 11 apartments and to demolish the auditorium to build 35 apartments. But the very next day, on the 31st of October 2017, the building suffered a fire, and that was the end of that particular plan. The latest information to hand, which we got in September 2021, was that the building had just been saved from being torn down for a block of flats and a car park, but community leaders have warned the site could stand vacant indefinitely. Well, that's about it for now, and I really hope you liked this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you want to. Coming up, we'll look at the Regal in Holt in Norfolk, we'll look at the Odeon Clacton, the Phoenix in Kirkwall on Orkney, and the Select in Chelmsford, to name but a few. Till then, as usual, be good to each other, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.